Hey guys, welcome back to Sam and Gino Talk Money. So my name is Gino and today I'm going to talk to you about the difference between living in Dublin and Dubai. I'm going to compare the price of living, I'm going to compare jobs, I'm going to compare crime rates, I'm going to compare rental properties, I'm going to talk you through the whole thing, everything what I think, and I'm going to show you some figures along the way. So before I start, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and let's start the video. Okay guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at options of rental properties in both cities. So first we're starting off in Dublin. I found two rental properties per city just to make a few comparisons. So you can see here firstly, this place is in Ashtown, Dublin 15, just to give you an idea. It's like not too bad central wise, kind of near Phoenix Park. There is buses and trains nearby to get into the city centre. So this is a two-bedroom apartment, two bathroom, and it's €2,050 a month. Have a look inside. It's actually not bad, to be fair. It's pretty clean, pretty modern, quite nice. Nice balcony. It seems like a nice enough view as well out into like a green. Pretty good. Couldn't really fault it. And it's obviously in a pretty big apartment area, so it's probably pretty safe. So that was the first one I picked up. Now the last time I did a comparison video, I only used a bad property in Dublin, which probably wasn't fair. So this is just a property there, two-bedroom apartment, year lease. It's got parking. It's walking distance to train stations and bus stops, as I said, and a short walk from Phoenix Park. So yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. You're getting your parking, central heating, television, washing machine, dryer, dishwasher, microwave, internet, and garden, patio, and balcony. So your electricity obviously isn't included. And this is a C1 BER rating, which is pretty good for your energy rating. So nothing wrong with that. Now, so that's £2 a month, slightly outside the city centre. Now, if we have a look at this one, this is Dublin 3, which is very central, fairly central. This is Drumcondra. This is €1,450 a month, two bedrooms, one bath. This is a BER exempt, which means it's going to be fucking terrible for your energy consumption and your heating, and it's pretty run down, as you can see. You've got this horrible looking bed, really terrible floors, old windows, horrible curtains, unpainted. This landlord clearly does not give a shit. Absolutely pathetic excuse for a kitchen. Again, all just plastic floors, shitty cupboards, really old cooker, tiny little fridge and freezer. This is terrible. Like, look at this bed. That is absolutely horrible. Anyway, you get the idea. So this is also available in Dublin. You have to keep in mind there is two sides to what it, and this is $1,450 a month for a two bedroom, one bath. Private landlord. How they can call any of them a double bedroom is beyond me. But anyway, yeah. Trying to see if there's anything. Quite no party house, divided into 3 units, close to St. Pat's College and DCU. So if you look here on the map, so it's Dublin 3. So this is this really, they're trying to get college students into it, it sounds like, with the fact that they're mentioning, no parties, and they're also mentioning it's near the colleges. So yeah, again, the other one, yeah, so the other one was kind of out this direction. So you're not a million miles away from each other, or from the centre, but again, that's the quality. It's absolutely dog shit. Now if we go look at Dubai, I got two properties up here too. So this is in an area called JVC, which is quite a popular area. You've probably heard of it if you know anyone over there. So it's JVC area. A lot of Irish people living there. Small enough apartment, two bedroom, three bathrooms. I assume there's like a bathroom for like everyone to use, and then two people have their own bathrooms or something. So this is your kind of living area. Again, not too bad. Not overly modern here either. Nice bedrooms. Looks like you have two big rooms that got two big windows that go to a balcony in this one. And the kitchen, again, it's a lot more modern than the second place, but similar to the first place in Dublin, I'd say. Again, that's great. Yeah, you have your own bathroom there as well, so it's probably a bathroom each and then a shared kind of toilet. Again, not bad, fairly basic, but not bad at all. Area wise, there's the bathrooms, yeah, nice bathrooms in fairness. And then you have a swimming pool upstairs. Look, again, the last time I did one on Sydney, I did a video on Sydney. I spoke about how they had swimming pools, and I was kind of making it a good thing. It is a good thing, obviously, but these countries are a lot hotter than Dublin. A swimming pool would be pretty useless, especially one on top of a roof in Dublin. So we'll just move on from that. But it is quite nice. It's obviously in it. This is what I like for these apartment blocks over in Dubai. They all have reception areas, and they all have security, so that makes a huge difference. Now, so we'll go out of this one and we'll move on to the next apartment. Oh, sorry, location wise, I don't know if this shows a map. No, they don't show a map. 1 second, I can get it up myself. Right, here you are. So you're right here. So again, not bad central wise. So I think your marina is down around here. Yeah, your marina is there, so that's pretty central. So you're pretty good there, location wise. The only thing is, I know like traffic and stuff in Dubai is supposed to be crazy. So we just look marina, just see. Yeah, okay. So you're a long walk, like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, everything looks closer on Google Maps, right? So you're not half as close as it seems. 14 kilometers, 3 hours. I don't know how it takes that long, but I'm sure it's probably something to do with the motorways or something like that. 18-minute drive makes a lot more sense. Okay, well that's your idea on that. And then my second one, then I actually went into the Dubai Marina because this is supposed to be kind of where it's a nice place to live in Dubai. So take a look at this place. Oh, sorry, prices, for fuck's sake. So the price of this apartment is 9,000 AED yearly. So I have a little converter here because they do everything yearly. So we go 9,000, 90,000, sorry. So that's 22,355 euros a year, which breaks down to about 2 grand a month as well. So, Joe, you're getting this for the same price you're getting this. So I'd say they're fairly similar, fairly comparable. And then this one then is dearer. So the reason I went for a dearer one, so 115,000 AED, this is coming in, I'll show you now. So 115,000 AED is coming in at 28,565 a year, which is 2,380 euros a month. So it's about 300 euros more. The reason I included this in it is because your wages are generally about, it depends what your job you're in, but your wages in Dubai are generally higher, so you could afford to rent a slightly dearer apartment. And we'll get into that in a second. We'll have a look at this apartment. So it looks like you have nice views in the marina area. Again, you're in like a high-rise apartment, like a lot of places in Dubai. This is all fairly modern, nice looking couch, white walls, little hideaway kitchen. Now the kitchen isn't as modern looking as you'd think, so nice balcony area. Again, this isn't huge. None of these places are that big. This looks a little bit not modern, but it's just a little bit worn looking. But again, not the end of the world. The bedrooms again kind of small, but nice big windows. You got your wardrobe space here, double bed, your ensuite bathrooms. Look, it's hard to argue. It looks nice, but again, I wouldn't be getting crazy excited about it. But for that kind of money, it's not bad for the area. You can go obviously extremely luxurious in Dubai. You can pay a lot more, but I'm trying to keep this as relative and as average costing as I can. So this is interesting. So these are the cost of living comparisons between Dubai and Dublin. So consumer prices in Dublin are 16.5% higher than in Dubai without rent. Consumer prices including rent are 18% higher. Rent prices in Dublin are 22% higher, and restaurant prices in Dublin are 23% higher, which I was surprised by. I thought Dubai restaurants would be more. Grocery prices in Dublin 28% higher, and local purchasing power in Dublin is 37% lower. Now, I really thought that groceries and restaurant prices in Dubai were going to be higher. I'm not going to go through every single one of these, but just to give you a look, obviously there's like here's the meals. So 2 people mid-range restaurant, 3 course, you're looking at about 73 euros or 80 to 85 euros in Dublin. McDonald's then you're looking 7 euros to 10 euros. Beer, obviously in Dubai is a Muslim country, beers are going to be more expensive, so you're looking at about 11 euro for a pint of beer as opposed to 6 euro in Dublin. Coffee a little bit dearer also, 4 euro 70 to 3 euros 80. And your water is about over half price in Dubai, and your Coke is over half the price in Dubai as well. So then you look at your shopping. So your shopping is kind of mixed, so it depends what you're getting. Like fresh bread is a tiny bit dearer in Dublin than it is in Dubai, and milk is a tiny bit dearer in Dubai than it is in Dublin. I wouldn't be getting too excited about this. And then you're onto your wines and stuff like that are obviously dearer in Dubai. Cigarettes are extraordinarily cheaper than in Ireland, but we know in Ireland that they're trying to kind of phase out cigarettes by taxing the life out of them. So if we have a look here, Again, just the price of a car. So price of a Volkswagen Golf 1.4 litre Trendline, which is just a basic Golf basically. That's 32.5 grand in Ireland, 24,000 in Dubai. Now this is all gets more interesting as you see the cost, the wages are actually quite a bit higher in Dubai, and there's quite a large opportunity to make money in Dubai, and also there's no tax, no income tax in Dubai, which makes a huge difference. Electricity rates are about 37% cheaper in Dubai. Your mobile phone plan is 64% more, which I thought was quite interesting, and your internet is a little bit more too, about 35%, not a little bit, quite a lot. Fitness clubs, dearer, 31% in Dubai. Tennis courts, if you're renting tennis courts, I'm going to skip that. Schools, 87% dearer in Dublin for preschool, and then about 12% cheaper in Dublin for an international primary school. And then clothes, again, this is all down to tax. All the separations here are mainly due to tax. Like a pair of Nike runners are 85 euros on average in Dubai, and then the same runners will be 94 euros in Dublin. Rent, we've broke down rent, no need to get into it. And average salary, net salary after tax, so you're looking at about 4 grand in Dubai and about 2.9 in Dublin. Now, in Dubai, the only argument I'll have with that is there's huge opportunities in Dubai to make huge amounts of money and pay no tax on them. So for every, like, to make, to come home with, let's say, 5,000 euros a month in Dublin, you'll have to be making roughly about 10,000 euros a month before tax. But to make 5,000 euros a month in Dubai, you only have to make 5,000 euros. So I'd argue the work would actually be less. So there's definitely an opportunity to make more money over there, and it depends what job you go into. But these averages are probably swayed because in Dubai, unfortunately, there is a lot of very, very low paid people. There's people doing construction work and they're working on roads, and people that you mightn't even see when you're there. And I imagine they're on very, very, very low wages. So this is probably swayed as it is an average, whereas in Ireland there's no one on that low a wage, which would bring it up a little bit. So that's something to consider as well. Then crime rate. So this is a huge reason why people do like to live in UAE and move to Dubai. This speaks for itself. So everything here, level of crime very low. Crime has increased in the past 3 years moderately. Worries, homes broken in, things stolen, very low, very low, very low, very low. Corruption and bribery is low as opposed to very low. And then if you look at like drugs, very low. Violent crimes, very low. But if you look at Ireland, like you're looking at moderate to high. What's high there? Crime increasing, high. Well, that's high. Drug use, probably. Yeah, drug use high. What's low? Worries about physical attack because of your skin color is low in Ireland. Okay. And then worries your car is stolen is low, and I've literally heard about 3 or 4 cars being stolen in the last 2 weeks in Ireland, so I don't know how true that is either. But look, for the most part, you're seeing a huge difference there in crime rates and safety. Oh, there was an interesting one here. I just think it's a good, yeah, walking alone during nighttime in is very high. So safety wise in Dubai and moderate in Dublin, and I'd argue that's lower than moderate as well, to be honest with you. Okay, and then healthcare, again, something I didn't know too much about here. So we're looking at, seems to be relatively overall better in Dubai again, especially because we've got 2 lows. The lows are pretty bad on this website. So what's the lowest? Bleeding, completing examinations. Yeah, well, yeah, everyone has a experience with that, and responses in medical institutions. Yeah, so you're waiting around in places like that. So what's moderate in Dubai is, sorry, satisfaction with cost to you. Okay, I assume that means the cost of like procedures and stuff like that. Okay, but look, overall you can see a huge benefit there to living in Dubai or UAE for your healthcare. And then the last one I picked here is quality of life. So quality, I've actually mixed them up here, so they're gone opposite sides. Sorry to confuse you. Quality of life overall, quality of life index very high, 171, and in Dublin moderate. What is high here that isn't high in Dubai is cost of living. So there is obviously things that are dear in Dubai that haven't been mentioned, because I know that there's like obviously the likes of beer, nightclubs, and then like your cost of living in Dubai is probably generally higher with things to do, which I'm going to go into. You're probably doing more events and more things, whereas in Dublin there's less to do. And your climate index, what's your climate index like? Moderate and very high. Yeah. So of course in Dublin we've got a very mild climate. So that even though we complain about it and complain that we don't have the heat, it is actually a huge benefit because we don't get any extreme weather really at all. Now, what I've got up here then is things to do in Dubai. So I just picked just a few things. Like they've obviously huge amounts of money over in Dubai. So they've got like you can go skiing in Dubai in the middle of a desert. Obviously aquariums, some of the biggest malls in the world, the tallest buildings in the world, the most fanciest hotels in the world, water parks, and just different mosques and pools and all this kind of stuff. So, and then population Dubai is 3.31 million. And then in Dublin, the kind of things, it depends what you're into, I suppose, but you've got like mainly a lot of museums. Guinness Store is arguably a museum as well. Castle Museum, Cathedral, Dublin Zoo, Whiskey Museums. So like it's pretty much all museums. So there's a lot more like dare I say, fun activities to do in Dubai, I guess, just based on this. Population, I'm going to go metro population, 1.4 million, so it's about half the size in Dublin as it is in Dubai population-wise. So that's kind of where we stand with it. Now, there's things you need to consider when you're moving to Dubai. So things to consider is if you're moving into these places, if you're going to be moving to somewhere like Dubai, you have to consider that it's obviously the weather is a huge thing that we're not used to over here. So you're going over, like during the summer, the weather over there is like it could be 40 degrees Celsius. That's not even, that's going to be tough to breathe in. And then their winters are going to be like 25, 30 degrees. So you have to keep that in mind. Another thing you have to keep in mind, you have to respect their culture. There's a lot of different rules. It's a Muslim country. They have a lot of different rules than we have here, and they will tolerate a lot less in different areas than we would. So that's some things to consider. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into like any politics, but things like kissing in public, showing too much affection, drunk and disorderly on the street. Obviously you have to respect their religion. As I said, heavily Muslim country. You'll have to certain areas. Might have to wear more clothes if you're going into mosques and different things like that. I think Dubai is fairly westernized as a whole compared to other UAE countries or UAE cities, like Abu Dhabi or even like countries like Saudi Arabia or anywhere like that. But I think I read somewhere like over 90% of Dubai's population are actually not from there. So there's obviously a huge mix like that. But for the most part, you do have to be very respectful, and you have to obviously. The fact that their crime rates are so low is because their prisons and their sentences are so serious. So people not live in fear, and you probably should. You probably should fear the consequences, and that's one huge problem we have in Ireland. That no one fears the consequences, and they do whatever they want because they don't even get to go to prison. They could commit a crime 20 times before they even go to jail for a short period. Over there, they'll put you in, and you don't want to be in jail in a desert because you're not getting taken care of. Your human rights are taken away, and that is something just to consider. If you're moving to these countries, you have to just respect the culture, and that's the difference. So if someone comes to Ireland, we expect them to act similarly to how we do. And I tell you, Irish people are the very first to act up when people don't. So when you go to these countries, you have to do the same thing, and you have to consider that before moving there. It's a very different lifestyle over there. It's a very different setup over there, and it's a very different climate over there. But there's huge opportunity there. Anyone I know that lives over there loves it. You have to just you go over, you're working hard. It's an expensive place to live, but you can make a lot of money. There's obviously huge tax benefits to living there. You're in a brilliant travel destination, airport wise, like Dubai to you can probably fly Dubai to pretty much anywhere, and you're halfway over to Asia, you're halfway to Europe, you're 6 hours either way. Obviously America's still far, but these are just all things to consider. So there's definitely benefits to living there, and there's definitely things you need to consider when you're thinking about moving there. Hopefully this answers some of your questions. I know that there's huge opportunities for teachers at the moment over there, and they don't have huge opportunities over here in Ireland. I've spoken to a few teachers recently, and they're struggling to get a full-time position in schools, but they can be flown over to Dubai. They're getting free accommodation. They're getting, obviously to live in Dubai. They're getting to take care of their own classes. Whereas over here, they're filling in like maternity leave for older teachers and things like that. So there's opportunities definitely there for teachers, real estate agents, salespeople. If you own your own business and you're making a lot of money, you can go over there. Tax reasons basically. So there's loads and loads of opportunities over there. So hopefully this video helps you guys think more about it and decide a little bit if you're thinking about moving there or not thinking about moving there. And also check out our videos. We've covered Sydney and we've covered Vancouver about a year ago. If you want me to recap any of them videos and go again, let me know down in the comments below. Cheers, thank you so much, talk to you soon.